Reebok to be their spokesperson in a gigantic money deal. And they've been negotiating. This would be Arnold's very first ad campaign in the United States, so it's very big business. Anyway, when the dust finally settled and the offer was on the table, they offered him $4 million and stock in the company, which is unheard of. And remember, this is just for a few TV commercials. Interestingly enough, Arnold turned the whole thing down. He backed away because he had been advised that it might not be a good idea politically. Now, I don't know, what are they going to dig up his old Reebok ads and show them on TV if he's running for office someday? But that's what happened.
But so he's not going to do it.
So he walked away from the deal. He's more interested in being governor, I think.
Actually, he jogged away from the deal, is what you should say.
And then now I have some news on your friends from Las Vegas.
Yes.
Engelbert Humperdinck, is he a friend of yours?
Yes, he is.
Anyway, you know how good he is. He missed his first performance in Las Vegas in probably 25 years. He's always made it on stage. And this is what happened. He came out on stage at a recent show and he sang one song and then he like choked and he said, gee, I'm not doing very well. I don't want to cheat you folks. I'll give you your money back. And he walked off stage. The audience was aghast, and his fans in the front row, they were weeping and throwing roses on the stage. They were afraid, oh my God, he must be deathly ill if he would walk off stage. Interestingly enough, this is what happened. Right before the show, he had wolfed down a meal of chicken and rice. And he said it was about 20 minutes before the show, and he got a piece of rice lodged somewhere near his vocal cords, he thinks. It affected his voice, and he didn't want to cheat the people, so he scheduled another show in the afternoon the next day to pay them back. But that's the first time he's ever missed a show.
Ever that I can ever think of.
Yeah,
yes.
He never misses anything, and for a grain of rice. And also, you know, he's been trying to make up with Tom Jones. They've had this feud going for years because they're so much alike, these two crooners. Anyway, so Engelbert decided to be a real gentleman, and he took Tom Jones out on a night in the town in Las Vegas. Listen, he spent $3,000 on the most expensive champagne he could get, and I think that was his big mistake, because the more champagne he got in him, the more difficult Tom Jones became. And by the end of the evening, he was poking his finger in Engelbert's chest, saying, look, you're no friend of mine, and I'm still the big man around here. Well, Engelbert was incensed, and they started shoving each other, and actually the sons of the two guys who worked for them as managers had to pull them apart. So the feud still goes on.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to hang around, come back at the end of the show and tell us about?
Absolutely. Some wonderful, juicy stuff about Luke Perry and Madonna and all kinds of goodies.
All right. I look forward to seeing you then. Meanwhile, we're going to be right back with outrageous international television hosts, so stay with us.
I'm going to set new standards of talk show hospitality. Now, just entertain each other and the world. Bye!
Hi, I'm Jenny Garth, and Body in Progress is the name of my new video. You know, I used to hate to exercise, but I knew if I didn't get on a regular program, I wouldn't look and feel my very best. So along with a top trainer, I came up with my own personal fitness plan. It's a simple program which combines a practical workout routine with some important advice on healthy eating. Now I actually look forward to shaping up. Let's do this together. It'll be fun.
Oh, the worst part.
Oh, the worst part is that cough in the middle of the night.
Oh. Bad-tasting medicine. She hates it.
And then not knowing how much to give them.
The best? I think the improved Triaminic is the best.
Oh, our pediatrician told me about Triaminic.
I love that accurate dosing cup.
Oh, yeah. No more guesswork.
All I know is it really works.
She just loves the new taste.
Oh, mine too.
Give us your worst. We'll give you our best. Improved Triaminic.
It works.
Would you like to find the love you deserve? Is success in your future? Now you can find the answers and connect with someone so gifted, you'll feel good just talking with them. Call the live one-on-one psychic connection for your private reading anytime.
Call toll-free, 1-800-972-6655.
Don't face your future alone. Call now.
Here's a scenario for you. It's your loved one's birthday, and you're looking for that special gift. That's a tough one, huh? Here's an idea. A night at the Sybaris. Individual swimming pool and whirlpool cottages built especially for you. How's that for a birthday present? Sybaris Pool Suites. It's not your usual cake and ice cream affair.
Call 708-298-5000 for a free brochure.
Do you think that talk shows are only on in America? Wrong, wrong, wrong. They are on all over the world. Today we have some of the most outrageous and bodacious and sexy female TV hosts. My first guest is such a success in Britain that she's brought her unique show to the United States, where she was #1 in her time slot twice. She has a very special way of making a grand entrance. Let's take a look.
And now, here she comes, where the torch of liberty beckons. Beckons her to the land of the free. Beckons her to the home of the brave. Beckons her to the capital of entertainment. Through the golden glow of the Tinseltown twilight, down to her Beverly Hills mansion, comes the megastar's megastar. Yes, inviting us to drop by her place once again is talk show hostess, guru, and confidant of the rich and famous, Dame Edna Everage. A lady in a hurry.
Please welcome Dame Edna Everage. Looking wonderful, and miniskirt becomes you.
Thank you. Well, I'm very proud of my legs, Joan. And I'm very proud of you and of our friendship.
Yes.
And our little meetings on TV are collector's items, Joan. They are. People hoard videos of Joan Rivers and Dame Edna just chewing the fat.
Yes. And now you've brought your show to America.
I have, in my own modest way. I have, Joan, and I was inspired by you. You encouraged me with the unselfishness that you've always had for other artists.
It's a success now?
It is. I think I'm making headway with the American people, and I think, if I may say so, viewers, I'm already adored in this country. I am adored.
How is it different from your English show? Is it very different, your American show?
It's more lavish, frankly, Joan.
Yes, yes.
It is. It's much more lavish. I bankrolled it myself. And I have a lot of money in Switzerland, and I had to use it on something. And my own personal needs are not great, and since my husband passed away, you know, I'd been for many years pumping money into his prostate.
Yes.
I had. And now...
Are you dating now that you're a widow?
Well, I'm thinking about it. I have to tell you that. Joan and I both belong to this little Widows Anonymous, this little group, along with, well, Ivana Trump. She's not exactly a widow, is she? But she...
A grass widow.
She's a grass widow. And we
Jackie O. Jackie Onassis.
Little Jackie is in our group. We shouldn't say it's meant to be anonymous, but then we just said, oh, didn't we? Could be Jackie anyone, couldn't it, viewers? But we have a lot of temptations placed in our way. I know you do, Joan. But you see them as challenges rather than temptations. But I'm thinking, I do go out with people, but that's it, at the door, you know. I say goodnight.
No sexual...
I'm sorry, not yet, Joan. I don't think so, no.
I don't want to ask you, we'll get back to your show in a second, but sexually, what... Were you an active woman? When your husband was alive?
I was very active getting away from him, as a matter of fact, Joan. And I always thought that it was a very overrated part of marriage.
Yes.
You know? And particularly, of course, when he was hospitalized, which was really a matter of weeks after our honeymoon. But I shouldn't laugh, but there was a joyful side to it. And particularly when they said, you know, would I sign the form allowing them to experiment on him? And I must say, I signed that joyfully, Joan, because I knew that he would be pushing forward the frontiers of prostatology by doing that and helping others. And that's the name of the game, and that's what we're in, isn't it?
Yes.
In the communications industry, having our lovely talk shows.
Lovely talk shows. And your talk show, more celebrities, I mean, incredible amount of celebrities on it.
Well, they're friends as well.
Are they friends?
They're friends as well, and I do my shows from my own home. So they come and stay, and they drift down, and they have a little chat, and I film them.
Who have you liked the best? Who are some of your favorites?
Well, Charlton Heston is a very, very great favourite of mine because he doesn't mind doing a bit of housework as well. He doesn't. And I always adored him when I was a younger woman than I am now. And I loved him and that chariot of his. You know, in a way I identified with that chariot. And I thought, oh, in Ben-Hur, and I thought, oh, I'd love to be ridden by Charlton Heston. I did. I mean that, please. I mean that in a tasteful way. I do. And he comes to my home and he slips into a little frilly apron at the drop of a hat. He doesn't. His wife is adorable and doesn't mind.
Doesn't mind at all.
Doesn't mind.
Who did you find boring? Because some guests come on, I just don't like them.
I found the Queen a little bit boring.
Did you?
I did. She was so nervous. She was a bundle of nerves. They had to push her on. You know, she was there lurking, I had said, and now, ladies and gentlemen, my very good friend, the Queen of England. And I saw her there, you know, push, and on she came, you know, and she was a little bit D-U-L-L, I'm afraid.
Did she talk to you about Charles and Di?
Well, she does on the telephone.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Really, and there's a lot of heartache there, but then it's what happens in other families.
Yes.
What's new, my darling Joan?
Yes.
Why should they be different? In fact, they're very tragically the same, and marriage is not an easy thing.
No.
No.
So true.
Not even when you're married to an invalid, as I was with her.
Have people been trying to get on your show?
People forced their way
because
on.
it's #1.
Mel Gibson, well...
Mel Gibson forced.
Mel, I've known him since he was a child, practically. I gave him some of his first acting lessons. And little Mel... He wanted me to be in the film of Hamlet, too. He did, but I said no. Glenn Close needs the work. And the money, little Glenn. But Mel, I wouldn't let him on, bless him. He wanted to come on, and I just had him on my entry phone. You just saw his little face saying, can I come in, Edna? And I said no. I have to draw the line somewhere. And Robin Williams, have you heard of him?
Yes, I did, yes.
Well, he's a little bit of a chatterbox, as we say. He talks a little bit. He can dominate, and there's nothing worse, is there, than having someone like that on your show. So he dressed, viewers, he dressed up as a pizza man with a little false moustache and spoke in an ethnic minority voice. And I'm saying that because I adore ethnic minorities, and I hope someone listening, hello, ethnic minorities. And he came on, and I knew it was Robin under that, you know.
You knew?
I knew.
Not
at first.
But you knew.
But in the end, I knew, and I softened a bit towards him, bless him, because he'd gone to such a lot of trouble to force himself onto my show.
But I'm sure a lot of people have done that with you.
Well,
how do you get rid of a bad guest? We have a video, don't we?
We do. Sometimes, have you heard of Robin Leach? Watch this little clip, Joan, and you'll see what I do with troublesome intruders.
This is going to be you and Robin Leach on your show, okay? Let's watch this.
What insensitive oaf he is.
It's just another deceptive
Time for my technology.
Or is it a home? A real home?
woman?
Oh, it was little Sean Young.
She's in shock.
She is in shock because, of course, things happen on my show. No one has any warning of them.
None.
Because it's like life itself, Joan, as it is on your show.
True.
In fact, it's more real than life, isn't it, a talk show?
Can we go to a commercial and we'll come back and talk about this?
Let's do that. And I promise viewers, when this commercial's on, Joan and I won't be saying anything interesting. I promise.
We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Now, introducing a dandruff shampoo just for women. Selsun Gold for women. With the #1 doctor-recommended dandruff medicine, plus our new conditioning system. New Selsun Gold for women. Effective on dandruff, gentle on hair.
It's 30 below. You've got a cold, cough. You've got a real problem.
We've added the leading cough suppressant to the proven cold relief of Alka-Seltzer Plus.
I have no sneezes, no coughs, no runny nose. I took Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough this morning.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough. It's tough medicine.
This is Berry Berry Kicks, a different kind of kids cereal.
Mom, could we get that, please?
And you know what they'll do to get a kid cereal.
I'll wash your car.
It's got a crisp corn crunch,
Okay, I'll never touch the stereo again.
natural fruit flavors, real fruit juice, and less sugar than most kid cereals. So when your kids say,
Please?
you'll gladly say, okay. Berry Berry Kicks.
Glad I asked.
Free tickets, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to tickets. The Joan Rivers Show. Columbus Circle Station, P.O. Box 20701, New York, New York 10023. Or call 212-975-5757.
Everybody on the floor, stand by. Okay, you too? Or mic is up.
A 2-alarm fire sent 4 people to the hospital in suburban Montana.
Back to the city council where there is war on crime and a war on drugs.
At the Museum of Broadcast Communications, you can anchor your own newscast. A video cassette of it can be yours for only $19.95. For more info, visit the Museum of Broadcast Communications at Chicago's Cultural Center or call 629-6000. When it feels like Chicago. You know it's Chicago's very own 9 o'clock news. We know Chicago.
I always get a little sad around the holidays. A friend said I should talk to a psychic about it.
She called the American Psychic Association, where the country's most gifted psychics are waiting to help you.
The psychic helped me make the right choices for a great holiday. I wish I had called years ago.
Learn how the American Psychic Association can help make all your holidays brighter. Call now. Call toll-free 1-800-642-3322.
By the way, is called My Gorgeous Light, The Lights, The Loves, The Legend.
Oh,
Wonderful
Joan,
book.
how sweet of you to promote my book.
Well,
and I wouldn't have done it myself because, you know, people come on with their records and their books and their albums. They can be a bore, can't they?
Yes, but then again, certain things deserve to be mentioned, like your dress. Now, who designed your dress?
Oh, my son. I have to promote him.
Oh, that's wonderful. Please show what the eyes
My
do.
son designed this frock, viewers, and it is lovely, isn't it? It's a... Look, see these little eyes, cameras? Can you see? Look. Well, it does this. The beautiful thing about this frock is that I don't have to send it to the cleaners. Just a little bit of Visine fixes it up. It does. My bridesmaid, Madge Alsop, you've met her. She's a pathetic woman.
Yeah.
She's got a frock just like this, but it's got glaucoma. It has.
You know, you've branched out now. Many of your friends now are celebrities. You become friends with celebrities, right? Who are some of your friends now?
Well, you name them, Joan. I mean, I move in the upper echelons. Little Liz Taylor.
Little Liz Taylor.
Little Madonna.
Madonna.
They're all little, as a matter of fact. Little Michael Jackson, all very, very close.
Yes.
In a way, too close.
Tell me.
In a way, too close. Well, on the phone night and day. And, I mean, I have to have a life of my own. I keep changing the number.
Oh.
You know? Or I get Madge to pick it up. I say, it's not Michael Jackson again, it's not Madonna. Because all their little problems they put in my lap, I think it's because I'm so adjusted. People feel they can cry on my shoulder. Mind you, these people have to climb up on a stepladder before they can cry on my shoulder. But it's nice to inspire confidence. You get that a lot, don't
but
you?
now that you're an international host, you know, which is such a different thing, what are your impressions of American television? Besides me, you've known me for a long time, but there are others on now, other hosts?
I've seen other talk shows, Joan, and I think, frankly, I don't get such a smile from them as I do from you.
Oh.
You light up our lives, Joan Rivers. She does. Because I like Joan because she looks so ladylike, doesn't she? And yet, underneath, you're a wicked little woman, Joan, you are. And there's that mischief about you that I like, and I think there's a bit of that about me, too.
You know, were you always this way, even as a youthess?
I was. I didn't know I was going to be a megastar and a squillionaire-ess, Joan. But I always felt a little bit different, I suppose. Being born with this colour hair does, you know... I didn't mind it there, but it's when it started growing in other places that it is. You know, I was the only girl at school with a purple bikini line. I was. And I just felt different, and I thought, what has Dame Nature got in store for me?
Yes.
And reading your lovely autobiography, too, and that new volume, what's it called again?
Still Talking.
Still Talking. And please, snap it up when you go along to get my book, My Gorgeous Life. Also, get Still Talking and ask the bookseller for a little discount for buying 2 books. And watch the expression on his face when you do.
Now, you now are working for NBC.
Well, NBC are working for me, really, Joan. They are.
And you're very popular. Are you sharing secrets with people now? Like health and hygiene, do you give people advice on that?
I'm very into it, and I wish, Joan, I could give some of my guests a bit of advice on health and hygiene. Have you ever sat where you're sitting and someone comes on who could have had perhaps a shower a little more recently? Of course, there are people who are nervous and give off a yucky odour, aren't they? They do. You know, I thought, you know, there are some. I don't think I'd care to name them because they are watching.
But what about NBC in general? Are you happy with them?
Oh, well, I'm quite happy with them. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of buying them. I am.
Good idea.
Then I think I'd be even happier with them. In a sense, of course, I should say this for media moguls watching, I am always up for grabs. I am. Or at least for dinner. But grabs can come a little bit later, possibly. But so far, so good. I like the exposure all over America, and they've been very sweet to me. You know, those yuppies who seem to be always milling around.
Now, you're going to stay with us, right? Because we're going to bring in 2 other ladies out who are talk shows.
2 other exotic women, Joan.
Well, nobody can touch you, but close in glamour.
Still, these women will be the most exciting anti-climaxes you've ever seen, viewers. They will be.
And we're going to be back with Puerto Rico's biggest asset, so stay tuned.
Puerto Rico!
Puerto Rico!
you buy your man for Christmas?
That's a tough question.
I know exactly.
He's into sports.
Sports Illustrated.
This Christmas, give him the gift he really wants. Sports Illustrated.
Oh, well, now that sounds really good.
Give him the heart-pounding action and in-depth coverage of sports he won't find anywhere else. And this year, your gift will be truly spectacular. He'll get SI's exclusive Michael Jordan Thrill Pack, a collector's special that lets him relive the thrilling moments in the career of the man who became a legend. His video flight takes off with Come Fly With Me 91, a unique look at Michael's early days in North Carolina and in the NBA. His thrill pack continues with another great video, Michael Jordan Airtime. He'll spend a whole year with Michael, above the rim and behind the scenes, as Jordan's championship dreams come true. He'll also get this collector's edition of Sports Illustrated 3 Seasons to Savor that lets him run with the Bulls during their championship years. And best of all, the thrill pack's free with your paid gift subscription to Sports Illustrated.
Free? I love the word free. That would be perfect.
Call now, use your credit card, and we'll make sure you have the Michael Jordan Thrill Pack in time for the holidays.
It's a perfect gift.
With a subscription to Sports Illustrated, he'll come face to face with all the intensity, action, and emotion of sports week after week, 54 times a year, all for just $1.39 an issue. You save over 52% off the cover price.
It makes so much sense.
I can't go wrong with that.
That's a whole year of Sports Illustrated, including our exclusive college and pro football previews, and of course, our famous swimsuit issue, plus his Michael Jordan Thrill Pack free. It's a spectacular view of the man that millions looked up to.
Now I'll have one gift I know he's gonna like.
This year, give him the gift he's sure to love, Sports Illustrated and the exclusive Michael Jordan Thrill Pack. Call now.
It's a sure thing.
We are talking about international television hosts. We've started, of course, with Dame Edna Everage. Join us now as Puerto Rico's #1 national monument. Imagine Dolly Parton, Carmen Miranda, and the number 422540, which is not her phone number. You have my next guest. Please welcome Iris Chacon. You look great.
Thank you. And you smell beautiful, too.
And you don't look like a talk show hostess.
No, I'm not.
No. But you do interviews also the way we do, but you also do other things.
Yes, I sing, dance, do comedy, interview, everything.
How long is the show?
My show, well, it was 1 hour.
1 hour?
A variety show.
Live?
Live.
Live.
Sometimes, well, I started live, but then we had to tape. Because once I was interviewing the governor of Puerto Rico, and I started laughing and laughing and laughing, and he started laughing, and both of us, we started laughing and laughing, and they had to cut in the air, so I said, no, it's better tape.
Better tape.
Yeah.
Why? Now, you come from England, and now America, Australia. Why are you only in Puerto Rico? Why haven't they, are you in other countries too? You've seen other Latin countries?
Yes, in all Latin America,
right.
They show my show, and here in New York, but mostly for the Latin channels. Yeah.
What about commercials? Are you doing commercials?
Oh yes, I did a...
You got in trouble with what?
Few... Well, that commercial, the coolant anti-freeze commercial, I was in the front page of the Wall Street Journal because that was a controversy of a change of words, you know.
What were the words? What was the controversy?
Well, in Latin America, the word for the rear sounds like coolant. So
they... But was that good
was
for you or bad for you? Did it make you more famous or did it get you in trouble with the fans?
No, it was good. I'm still here.
I have to tell you, darling, you beautiful, exotic woman, that appearing on Joan's show is a lovely introduction to a very, very big audience in America, and it'll be a big, big help to you. We'll be on this show.
Thank you, I know that.
Do you... Now, Edna was talking about who she likes. Elizabeth Taylor's been on her show. Madonna's been on her show. Queen of England. Who have you had that you thought were really wonderful, exciting celebrities?
Well, my show was mostly Latin.
Right.
I had Julio Iglesias.
Big, yeah.
and
So did I. He's lovely, isn't he? And did you know this? This is something he revealed to me, Joan. And some things only come out on shows we do.
Yes.
You find out something that's never been in the publicity. I said to little Julio, and it just came into my head. It was popped into my head. I said, what did your father do for a living? And he said, his father was a gynecologist. Did you know that? No. Julio Iglesias' father was a gynecologist. And I said to him, did he ever bring his work home? I said that. But it's lovely, isn't it? I wanted to use... I'd love to have employed him. He was a bit old, though. His hand was shaking a bit. But...
Who else have you had? Julio? Who have you thought was the sexiest of all the men on your show?
The sexiest?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you married?
I don't remember. Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Does anyone ever come on to you? They must.
Yes.
Yeah. If you were single... If you were single, which of the men would you go out with that you've met?
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
Because he's different.
He's also very talented, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, he's my very good
friend.
friend.
So. I think we all agree.
Yes.
Now, you stopped working for 7 years.
Yes.
Why?
Because my show was a weekly show, and singing, dancing, interviewing was a lot of work. And I want to take my show on the road, so I did that.
And then you were able to, and you came right back?
Yes.
Which did you like better, television or road?
No, I like both.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. On television, I look different. I look fat, and they say, she's like a meatball. But alive, they say I look like Godzilla.
Yeah. You look great.
People are rude, but all three of us love the stage work as well,
yes,
don't we?
Yes.
We enjoy television, but we love being in front of a live audience.
And we're going to bring on a fourth lady now, okay? And if she's wearing sequins, I'm going to commit suicide. All right. We'll be right back with somebody who's from Italy. She's more famous than the Tower of Pisa. My next guest. Stay tuned.
Can't breathe. You're sneezing. Your sinuses and nasal passages are blocked. Where do you go for help? Last time you went to your doctor for a prescription. This time he told you to get the same prescription strength medicine without a prescription. Tavis D, the antihistamine decongestant that was once the most prescribed by doctors, is now the most recommended by doctors for 12 hours of relief.
Good morning.
Tavis D, 1 tablet, 12 hours, no prescription.
The Interplaque Power Toothbrush proved better than manual brushing in 20 clinical studies. This can miss between teeth, but Interplaque's powerful twisting bristles clean teeth nearly plaque-free. Interplaque powers away gingivitis.
It's party time, people. So pick up those party platters. Pick up some pickles, some Vlasic pickles. Pick up your poultry, your pot roast. Save a pickle platter. But be sure and pick the perfect pickle. Pick a Vlasic. The perfect pickle for piking it up.
On the next Joan Rivers, they defy the rules of modern medicine, but their results could be called miracles, the amazing secrets of healers. Find out how they fight disease with psychic and spiritual energy by harnessing the power of the mind and the body, and meet people who claim that healers have helped them become completely cured. Next Joan Rivers.
We're talking kids and careers.
These kids were on the road to success before they were old enough to drive. Meet a TV sportscaster, a beauty queen, a pilot, a bank president, and a preacher.
How old were you when you won your first trophy?
3 months.
How did these mini moguls get on the right track?
It just comes to me.
And is their future all mapped out?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm only 12.
Amazing Kids on the next Vicky.
Today at 12:30, everybody knows it's on Fox 50.
International television host Ira Chacon from Puerto Rico and Dame Edna Everage from Britain and now, of course, the United States. Joining us now is absolutely the hottest female television host from Italy. To her fellow country, she's more than Rome, she's more than the Vatican, she's more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Please welcome Gabriella Carlucci. Kiss twice in Italy.
I don't know. It's a very long story. It belongs from the ancient people, ancient Romans. So we always kiss twice.
You always kiss twice. Now, again, the biggest talk show in Italy, but yours is live.
Yes.
Unlike the two over here. And yours is 2.5 hours?
Yes, yes. And you know, we don't have commercials because I work for state television. Because in Italy we have several channels and 3 are belongs to the state. So in this channel we don't have commercials. So we don't have interruptions. So we have only one interruption after 1 hour and a half. So after 1 hour and a half, I can leave the studio and get changed because I change my dress.
Right.
But and go to the bathroom.
And go, I was going
if I need it.
Now, do you just talk or do you do, do you sing and dance also?
No, I just talk.
Just talk. So who's been, which I've been asking, who of all the guests have you enjoyed the most?
The one I like most is Pavarotti. This is a personal friend. I know that everybody knows him in the States because he's very famous. I like him because he's a very special person. He's really a human. He's human, he's kind person. And he has a good relationship with everybody in the studio, with the people that works behind the cameras.
Who is the biggest bore? Can you name a name?
I can name many Italians.
Yeah.
They are boring.
What do you do when a guest is just
really boring?
Like, you know, because all 4 of us have gone through that. When a guest is just not coming across.
I start saying that maybe the time is over. It's time to get to another point. And then I have people behind the cameras, and they know me, so they know when I'm bored, and they start doing movements with the hands like it's time to
move. Do you want to stay a talk show host?
Yes.
Yes, I do too.
Yes.
What about you? Do you want to move on to other things or?
No.
You like what you have?
Yes.
What about you, Edna?
I love it, Joan. And it's my way of reaching out and touching people.
Yeah.
And there's a little lass here I'd like to reach out and touch. There is. One of the things I've noticed is that ordinary family life is being influenced by talk shows. Yes. I mean, husbands and wives interview each other these days. I mean, he comes home from work and the wife's sitting there at the table and she says, well, what have you got coming up, darling? Things like that.
Yes.
And she says, what was it like at work? He says, well, I happen to have a clip. I mean, we're influencing social life.
Of all the stars at all of your shows, of all the guests that have come through, I'll just ask you, who do you think was the most exciting for you? Did you meet the Pope? He didn't come on your show, though.
No. I didn't meet the Pope. I met Stevie Wonder, Sting, many others. But the one I really want to meet has never come to my show. It's an American actor.
Who?
I may invite him now.
Yes.
It's Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson? Well,
I didn't have rejected. Well, he'll be thrilled to know someone wants him on their show. He will. You know, the Pope has been asking to come on my show.
Oh, really?
Because I know him very well, Joan, and when I'm in Rome, we go out raging together. We do. He said to me, we know each other so well, he said, you don't even have to kiss my ring, he said to me. But he's a lovely person.
Now, they're both well, Ed is a widow, but you're married. Are you married or single?
Yes. I'm married with an actor. And he's a theatrical actor, so he spends all his time doing tours over Italy and also in Europe. So we don't have the chance to see each other a lot because I work mostly in Rome and he travels a lot.
So is that good for the marriage or bad for the marriage?
I think it's good for the marriage, also because he understands my problems since I have to stay in Rome or move to other places because I have to work on TV.
What's wrong?
I'm just enjoying every minute of this.
Why don't we go? Why don't we go to commercial? We'll come back and talk a little more. All right, ladies? We'll be back in a moment with more of the 3 top international talk show hostesses. So please stay with us.
We have nothing to fear except high cholesterol itself.
Old soldiers never die. They just watch their cholesterol.
Watch your cholesterol and carry a big stick.
How many times do we have to tell you? Have your blood cholesterol level checked and lower it by eating foods with less saturated fat and cholesterol.
Chicken in every pot, but without the skin.
Over the years, you've given the very best to your family and friends. This year, why not give the gift that shows you really care? Give the gift of health. Nordic Track. Nordic Track says more than any other gift. It says you care enough to make an investment in someone's health, in their future. Nordic Track is the world's best aerobic exerciser because it offers the best total body workout, one that helps you strengthen your heart, lose weight, reduce stress, and look and feel your very best. Over 2 million people have discovered that Nordic Track is the one that works. It's so effective that even after 5 years, 7 out of 10 Nordic Track owners still use their machine an average of 3 times a week. Give the gift that will last a lifetime, one that says you care. Nordic Track. Order now and we'll also include an electronics package worth up to $149. Make this the best Christmas ever with Nordic Track. Give the gift that they'll keep on using and enjoying for years to come.
Everyone in Beverly Hills is sharing the Christmas spirit. And this year,
your father meant a lot to me.
Dylan will be getting a special surprise. A kid sister.
This woman shows up on my doorstep, claims she's the mother of Jack McKay's long-lost daughter.
90210. Then, Amanda and Allison both want the same thing for Christmas.
It's only natural we'd end up in bed together.
His name is Billy.
Hi.
Tonight, starting at 8, everybody knows it's on Fox 50.
International television hostess Gabriella Carlucci from Italy, Era Chacon from Puerto Rico, and Dame Edna Everage from Britain. What is the best part about being a television hostess? Let's just go right down the line and ask. What do you think is the best part about it, Gabriella?
I don't know. In Italy, if you are a star or a TV star, it's much more better than being on the movies, because in Italy, movies are not really that big like TV. So if you are a TV star, everybody wants to please you. Right. They want to give you everything. If you go into a shop, they give you things. It's beautiful. But there is a bad side, because if you go to the same place, they stare at you like you are an animal in the zoo. Yeah. So they want to touch you. They want to see like you dress. You can never go around relaxed without makeup, without being dressed up.
Yeah, you have to look good. What about you, Iris?
Well, you get to know a lot of people and get in touch with different countries, different people, and that's great. I love that.
Yeah. What about you, Edna?
I like the power. I do. I like to dominate people. I like to brainwash them and control them. And I also, like you, Gabriella, I love getting lots of things for nothing. I do. And I like to go into a restaurant and get the best tables.
For nothing. For nothing.
Nothing. They just say, oh, Dame Edna, we were booked up, but no.
Now, you've all met over the years, I think, probably the most handsome, sexy men in the whole world. If you were free and could have an affair with anybody, just off the top of your head, who would it be?
I already answered.
Mel Gibson, no question about it. What about you?
Oh, my God, Arsenio.
Arsenio.
I think he's sexy.
Okay, okay, and?
Well, you know, I sleep with all my guests. I do. That is to say, I mean, they stay in my home because I do my shows from my own home. So in a sense, they're sleeping, you know, there's a wall between us. But they're snoozing there. But I think little Julio Iglesias, yes, he can leave his slippers under my bed any time he likes. And his father can give me an exploratory. And I mean that in a tasteful way, viewers. I do.
Did you have to do any we're all sitting here, you're all married. What are the sacrifices that it's cost to be a top host?
I think that I would like to have children. I would like to have a normal life and then a normal family. And since my husband does the same kind of job I do, it's very difficult.
Very difficult. What about you?
The same. My husband is a musician, and we travel all over around the world. And I like to have more children, but, you know, it's difficult.
What about you?
Well, only one, and it's just a little sacrifice.
Yes.
My family. I've sacrificed them completely. And, you know, it doesn't matter to me because they've turned out delinquents. My daughter is a famous shoplifter. My son is deeply disturbed. But I'm very, very happy. And I wouldn't wish it any other way, Joan.
I thank all three of you so much. A charming, delightful group to have you on. And we talk about how you all say goodbye, how you say goodbye on your show. How do you say goodbye on your show? What do you say?
You want to say it
Just
in Italian?
Yes.
Allora, siamo arrivati alla fine del programma. Io vi do appuntamento la prossima settimana con un'altra puntata di Luna di Miele. A giovedì prossimo.
Y esto ha sido todo por esta noche, queridos amigos. Les habló su amiga Iris Chacón. Chao.
A special way which we saw of saying goodbye to guests that you didn't like.
But usually I just say, goodbye, possums.
I have a special way of saying goodbye to my guests also. And we'll be back with more gossip on Madonna. Stay with us.
Still no snow, huh? I bet I can make it snow. Have you had hot cocoa?
No.
Well, no wonder. Come on.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Mom.
Wow, look! Snow!
Something magic always happens with Carnation Hot Cocoa.
Have you smelled Clorox bleach lately?
Smells like a cool, clean ocean breeze.
Fresh, fresh, so fresh.
Smells like the sunshine through the trees.
Fresh, fresh, so fresh.
Fresh scent Clorox bleach.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime speeds powerful medicines to free your breathing, soothe your aches, and quiet your cough so you can rest, all without alcohol. Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime.
Some of our guests stay at the beautiful Plaza Hotel overlooking Central Park.
After my motorcycle accident, I couldn't walk and my motorcycle was totaled.
This accident case required special attention.
I knew it wasn't my fault, but nobody respects motorcyclists.
Our team of experts knew exactly what to do.
They got me the respect I deserve and the compensation, too.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 352-1000. That's 352-1000 for a free case evaluation. There's no fee unless we win.
They made the legal system work for me.
I'm Dave Thomas. I was adopted, so I have a warm place in my heart for kids who are waiting to be adopted, especially kids with special needs, older kids, and kids who are emotionally challenged. They need the same things we need, a family to love them and someone they can love in return. Adopt a special child. They grew up to be special people.
Tuesday and Wednesday at JCPenney. Clip our coupon from your newspaper for 25% off regular price merchandise store-wide. Tuesday and Wednesday at JCPenney. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Promotional fees provided by Aches and Pains, Conair Standard or King-Size Moist Heat Pads for specific area relief, Conair Sports, Feminine or Therapeutic Heat Wraps. Vanish drop-ins now last 33% longer, so the cleaning and stain-fighting power you've come to expect from Vanish lasts longer.
Turn up the colors in your wash with new Ultra Vivid Powdered Bleach with Color Care.
Lady Stetson, the spirit of the West, the power of a woman, the fragrance that captures it all. Lady Stetson, it's how the West was won.
I'll be giving lots of bread machines this year. Ah, fresh baked bread, just like your mom made with Fleischmann's yeast. Fleischmann's yeast, America's favorite.
We are back, dishing the dirt with Star Magazine's Janet Charlton. Okay, Janet, what have you have to tell us?
We have caught Madonna in a lie, Joan. This won't surprise you. She was on Arsenio recently, and the subject of Luke Perry came up, and she said, quote, "I don't hang out with people who pose with guns on magazine covers." Remember Vanity Fair? Well, who was she hanging out with at her New York recording studio, smoking cigarettes with? Luke Perry. Who did she go dancing at the Ritz with? Luke Perry. And they slipped out separate doors so no one would see them. And if you look at this picture closely, you'll see some of Luke's beauty secrets. He has stopped waxing his chest and back, so he looks like a more mature man. And his pompadour has been puffed up a little bit with some augmented hair. So he's looking his best these days.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
We always love male beauty secrets.
Thank you, and I will speak to you very soon again. On tomorrow's show, a behind the sunglasses look at Jackie O on her 63rd, can you believe it, birthday. You won't want to miss it. See you all tomorrow. Thank you for today. Information about our show, questions for future guests, suggestions for future shows, or my personal appearance schedule, call our hotline, 1-900-454-1000. It costs 95 cents. You got to be 18 or older. Touch-tone callers only.
On the next Ricky Lake.
There aren't a whole lot of black men out there that we assume are eligible.
Should white women date black men?
White women who date black men are taking our men from us.
You're treating men like they're some kind of possession.
We have something to offer to each other because we have something to learn from each other.
But you know, I just care about her. If I wasn't going with her, I still wouldn't go with you.
On the next Ricky Lake.
Today at 1:30 on Fox 50.